Welcome to my channel. My name is Patrice and this is Nailed It. So we are doing this beautiful baby boomers nails and I'm going to walk you guys through every single last step. So let's get started. Alright you guys, today we're doing something a little different. I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this baby boomer set. I left two fingers, as you guys can see, without anything on, so I'm going to show you guys on one finger, walk you guys through all of the steps, and then I'm going to fast forward the video and do my other finger, but just in case you guys wanted to see it again, that's what this finger is for. So I hope that you guys learned something and maybe I can, share my tips and tricks with you all. Alright you guys, the first thing you're going to do, if you watch my previous videos, you're going to take a nail tip. This is just a stiletto nail tip. Apply some IBD glue on and glue it to your nail. Alright, and then after you get your tips on, you're going to want to cut them down to the length that you're wanting. I like to cut a little bit above the length that I'm wanting, just so I can make sure I get my shape right and all that good stuff. So this is what it should look like when you're done before you file. Alright, and now for the filing part, I'm doing a coffin shape, so you're going to want to angle your file into the coffin shape and just kind of clean up those edges. You can also make it very tapered coffin shape. You'll just take in your file a little bit more, like you'll just keep going if you want your edges to be more, well, your point to be more tapered. And make sure your free edge is straight, and then you're going to go through and you're going to blend the tip. So you're not filing on your natural nails, you're just going, sorry I'm out of frame, you're just going to blend it into your natural nail. Then you're going to rough up the tip so that your gel can stick better to it. Alright, and then once you get it how you like it, you're going to clean up the dust and you're going to take a alcohol wipe and you're going to wipe your finger off. And then you're going to repeat the same step on your other hand. on your other fingers. Alright, now you're going to take your primer. In my case, I'm using the Light Elegance Vita Prime. And you're going to want to prime your natural nails. So you don't need to apply this on the tip, just a little bit on your natural nails. And then I'm going to go in with a bonder. I'm using Light Elegance Power Bond. And I'm going to apply that on both fingers and then cure for 30 seconds. And when I apply this, I like to apply it on the whole nail and the tip. You don't have to apply it to both, but I like to. I don't think it hurts, but I don't think it hurts if you don't do this step on the tip as well. Alright, then cure for 30 seconds. Alright, and once that's done curing, we're going to just jump right into it. And you guys, this process is a little tedious, so just bear with me. You're going to dip your brush into perfect white. And you're just going to go on your tip of your nail. Then you're going to clean your brush off. Then you're going to dip your brush into the pink builder gel. So you have a bead of the pink builder. And I'm going to apply that around the cuticle area. So not directly at the cuticle area, just around it. And then float it back towards the cuticle. And then fade it towards your tip. And also make sure you get your sidewalls. It's very important. Alright, and then you're going to go in with your ombre brush. This is a very important step. And then you're going to fade the white into the pink. So you're going to use light strokes to fade that white into the pink gel. Alright, then you're going to wipe off your brush. And then you're going to go back in and fade the pink into the white. And as soon as your brush starts getting muddy like this, you're going to wipe that off. So the key here is just to have a very light touch and make sure that your blending brush is basically always clean. So now I'm going back and fading that white into the pink. I'm going to clean my brush off, and then I'm going to fade the pink into the white. So it's just a very tedious process, but at the end results, you guys, they're going to look amazing. Alright, and although this looks really streaky, don't worry about that. You can continue to blend a little bit more. I'm going to cure it because I think it's fine. So if you're one of those, maybe that's the reason why my baby boomers aren't like super perfect, because I don't spend all day blending, but I do make sure that this middle section right here is blended together. And once that's blended, I'm all good. I can pop it in the light for 30 seconds. So alright, you guys, and this is how it looks after the first layer. So now we're going to apply the second layer, and you're just going to basically repeat the same as the first step. So nothing's changed. You're going to dip into your perfect white. You're just going to get a little bit on your brush. Do the very tip of your nail. Make sure you get everything covered. Make sure your side walls are covered. Then you're going to clean that brush off. Then you're going to dip into your pink builder. You're going to apply it towards the cuticle, but not quite at the cuticle area. Float it back into your cuticle area. Make sure you get all your side walls. And this step doesn't have to be 100% perfect or precise, but you want to make sure that you're getting your sidewalls. I honestly can't stress it enough, because you won't have enough products when you go to file if you don't get your sidewalls. So it's really important that you guys make sure you're getting your sidewalls. Alright, and once that's blended halfway down your nail, you guessed it, we're going to take our ombre brush and we're going to fade the white into the pink, and then we're going to go back and fade the pink into the white. Alright, clean off your brush, and then you're going to fade that pink into the white. And you're going to make sure that you guys are using very light strokes. Because if you go in super heavy with it, you're going to move all of your product, and you don't want to move all of it. You just want to move the bare minimum. So I know you guys can't see how much pressure I'm putting on the brush, but it's very little. There's barely any pressure going into this. So I feel like I have a little bit too much builder pink on, so I'm just taking some of it off. And you just want to keep blending, you guys. I know it's very tedious, and doing it for all 10 fingers is a little difficult, but the more you practice, the easier and the faster you'll get at it. And obviously, if I was doing this on someone else's hand, I can go a little bit faster because I'll have both of my hands to clean off the brush and stuff, but this works too. It's just a bit more time consuming. And also, when you're cleaning off your ombre brush, make sure it's not at a point like this, because the product will build up right there in that section. You want it to be flared out, like so. Alright, this is fairly blended to my liking, so I'm going to cure this in my light for 30 seconds and I will be right back. Alright you guys, this is how it looks after the second layer is cured, and I just want to show you guys a side profile. So I don't know if this is focused, but here's a side profile of that nail. It is still fairly thin and mostly even. So when you spread everything out, you want to make sure that everything is kind of even, because if you move all that product to the front or move it all to the back, then it's gonna unbalance your nail. So you want less filing at the end as possible. As you can see with this nail, it's just like a nice perfect balance of the two colors. So that's what we're going for here. And then we're going to get on with the third layer. Alright, so the third layer is a little bit different, you guys. We're going to build up that pink and we're going to establish an apex, but keep our blend. Definitely keep our work that we just did previously. So we're going to place a bead kind of by our cuticle area, blend it out, make sure it's covering the side walls, and walk that down. Okay, then you're going to clean off your brush, and then I'm going to take this mix that I mixed myself, and I'll tell you guys how to do it. This is what it looks like, and it's just 1 scoop of perfect white to 3 scoops of 1 step. And this, you guys, is my holy grail. This is why I am able to get my baby boomers as pretty as they are. So I'm going to go into that mixture, and then I'm going to set it where I set my white and fade that back. So you don't want to use a lot because we are going to do another layer. So it's okay if it's still a little transparent. If you guys can still see those lines, don't worry. It is okay, because I can still see the lines in my nails right now as well. So don't panic too much. And at the end of the day, you guys, these are nails. It's fun. And I love having fun with it. I love learning new things. So that I hope that you guys take it and you don't get frustrated if you don't know how to do it your first time around or anything like that, because I didn't know how to do it my first time around. I definitely had to practice. So practice makes perfect, and you guys can definitely perfect your craft no matter how long it takes you. You're always going to get better if you're practicing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my blending brush, and I'm going to fade the pink into the white. So that milky white color that's right here, I'm going to fade my pink into that, and then I'm going to go back down. So instead of doing the white into pink, I'm going to do the pink into white. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but I did get some builder gel around my cuticle area. Like, it's past my cuticle area, it's basically on my skin. Please make sure you guys wipe that up before you cure it. Otherwise, it's just gonna, you're just gonna have lifting no matter what. So now I'm going in and I'm fading the white, the milky white color into the. So I have some excess gel that I'm getting rid of. Wiping that off. Going back in, blending that pink into the white. Very light strokes. Then I'm going to take a wooden stick and I'm going to clean this up back here. And even just cleaning that up makes the world of difference, you guys. In my personal opinion, I think it does make a really big difference. I'm going to take my blender brush again. Clean that off. And then I'm going to go back, I'm going to take the white back into the pink a little bit more. Alright, and then once this levels out right here a little bit, I'm going to cure it in my light. Alright you guys, this is how this nail looks after the third layer. Here's the front view. As you can see, it does go from dark pink to kind of a medium pink to white. That's kind of where you want to be after your third cure. We're building up the nail just a little bit more, but it's not quite there. And we're on to the fourth layer. So the fourth layer is very similar to the third layer, but instead of going into the pink first, we're going to go into that milky white color. We're going to start at the tip and we're going to fade that back. And I'm just going to take a little bit more and apply it to my midsection here. And then we're going to get our blending brush and we're going to just fade this up. And that is the fourth layer, guys. Super simple, very easy. And we're going to cure this in our light. This is how it looks from the side. We still definitely need to build it up, but this is how your ombre is looking so far. Alright you guys, after that's cured, you're going to go back into your milky white mix and you're going to apply that just as you did on the fourth layer. Fade that back. You're going to want to get just a little bit more, as you can see on my bead here, and you're going to apply that right where your apex should be, and then you're going to leave it. And then you're going to clean off your brush and you're going to go dip into your pink builder gel. You're going to take a pretty small bead and you're going to apply that nowhere near the cuticle. Alright, once you get your bead on there and your nail looks crazy, you're going to make sure you fix your edges, and then we're going to blend that pink into the milky white color. And I'm telling you guys before because I don't know if I'm good enough to tell you guys why I'm doing it. So we're going to fade the pink into the milky white, and then we're going to just keep going back and forth until we like that blend that we're getting. So let's do that right now. Now I'm switching over to my ombre brush. And as you can see, this one is dirty, so I'm going to clean it. And then I'm going to blend the pink into the white, the milky white. And if you guys have too much gel, I like to take it to the side and just take it off and remove it from your nail. Just get it out of there. And I'm not taking big chunks of gel away because that would be wasting products, but with baby boomers I do find that I waste way more products than I would if I were doing any other set. So if you really don't like to waste products, I would say just use it sparingly, so then when you're blending there is no waste, you know, because you're constantly adding just a little bit more. So if you want to do it that way, you most certainly can, but for video purposes I'm just going to pile it on there. I am liking this blend. Make sure you try to keep the integrity of your shape. That's very important. You don't want to file so much into your, your creation that you just made this perfect blending that takes forever. So whoever said that doing builder gel baby boomer nails was easy, they absolutely lied to everybody. This is definitely has been the most challenging thing I think I've ever done when it comes to nails, and I feel like that's saying a lot. I feel like we usually know how to do stuff when it comes to nails. You know how to build it up, you know how to make it look pretty, you know how to do designs, and it's all fun and games. But when it comes to blending builder gels, that is on a whole different level. It's so difficult. So you guys are just going to want to play around with it, keep blending. If you don't like harsh lines, you can definitely keep blending. I don't see any. I see a little bit of lines in here, but I do believe that that's all going to be gone in the next layer. So I'm going to cure this, and then we're going to be back on the 6th layer or the 7th. I'm not sure. We're back to do the 10,000 layer. It's kind of what it feels like. So here's what it looks like from the front. As you can see, we got a nice blend there. And the side, as you can see, my apex is still really horrible. So I still need to build that part up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the pink builder. Just a little bit, just one little bead, as you can see here. And I'm going to apply that right to the apex. And that was too much, so as you can see, I'm taking away half of that. Cleaning off my brush, and then I'm going to go in with my milky white, and I'm going to apply that right next to it, just like right up on it. Then, once your nail looks all lumpy, you're going to take this and you're going to blend it back so that it's smooth. Clean off your brush, and then you're going to take the pink and you're going to drag it forward, drag it back, and then drag it forward again. And very lightly, as light as can be, you're going to drag it forward one more time, and then you should be good to go. And that is how it looks before we cure it. It's not the best, definitely not the best apex, but we are getting there. It is a lot better than it was. It's not quite there yet, but we're definitely getting there, and this blend is definitely beautiful. So we're going to cure this, and then I'll show you guys the next step. Alright, you guys, here's how it looks after it's cured. The next step is, it's basically all easy from here, you guys. So you're going to dip into your milky white, have a pretty small bead, and I'm going to fade this back. And as you can see, even with that coat on there, I don't know if it's coming up on my camera, but it is super seamlessly, guys. It's just blending out that white into the pink. Once you put that milky white on top of your blend, it just blends out super beautifully. You can't see any harsh lines or any brush strokes or anything like that. And that is what I love so much about it. I feel like a lot of people ask, like, how do you get your baby boomers so pretty? And honestly, I can't do it without my white mixture that I created. I just feel like you need that transition color. And you can also use a pink color if you're wanting your tip a little bit of, like, have a little pink hue to it. Instead of it being white, you can do it like that too. And I'm just taking my ombre brush and just fading that out so that it wasn't super harsh on my pink area. Alright, we're back after it's cured, and we're going to do that step all over again. We're going to take a little bead of our milky white and remove any cat hair that gets on you and we're going to fade that back once again. And I wouldn't say the more that you put of the milky white on, the more beautiful your blend is going to be, but what the milky white's purpose is for me is to get rid of those harsh lines or anything, or it's not even harsh lines, it's basically brush strokes, because builder gel is a thicker viscosity, so you're going to see a little bit of brush strokes while you're doing this. But I warn you guys, please don't get discouraged. You can definitely blend that out, and that is what the Milky White is here for. It just makes everything super seamless. You can't see any brush strokes, and it is gorgeous. I mean, I don't think I would wear it on my nails by itself, but for baby boomer purposes, definitely gorgeous. Definitely a lifesaver for me. This is after the 50,000 layer. So as you guys can see, we still need to build up the nails just a little bit more, but our blend is beautiful. So if you guys see any brush strokes or any imperfections, anything that's wrong with it, fix it right now. Like, fix it before we move on to the next step, because you're going to lock basically all of this into place. So you want to make sure that you're happy with your blend, because if you're not happy with your blend, keep blending, keep getting those brush strokes out, and then proceed to the following step. Final step, we're going to get our one step out, which is so my holy grail. And if you don't use one stroke, if it's too thin of a viscosity for you, you can get your extreme out or your light elegance builder gel. It really honestly doesn't matter as long as it's clear and you're used to working with it and you feel comfortable working with it. So we're going to build up the nails and make sure that our shape is correct and our apex is in the right spot with the clear gel. Try not to move it around too much so that you don't get any air bubbles, because that will show through and we don't want that. So let's get right into it. So I like to cover the whole nail with one step and move it wherever you need it. So right now I need it in my apex area, so I'm just going to float it onto my apex area, making sure that I get some of my side walls, but it's not necessary to get all of it. Otherwise, you're just going to make your nail too bulky. So you're going to want to just move it and not get it too close to your side walls or make your nail too bulky. I think that's the key here. That's basically your bread and butter. You want your nails nice, you want them pretty, but you don't want them too bulky or too thin that they're just going to snap. So finding that happy balance is definitely key, especially with baby boomer nails, because they can definitely get bulky, you guys. So as I'm moving this around, make sure I lightly cover my side walls, make sure everything is good. Once I get that in a nice spot and I'm happy with it, here's what it looks like from the side. I'm going to cure this, and then I'm going to fill in some more right here, fade that down, and then once I file, this bulk down here will be gone. Well, not super bulky, and then the tip will be more fine and edged out perfect. So I'm going to cure this, and then I'm going to add another layer of one step. After that first layer of one step is cured, you're going to go in. And my trouble spot right now is this area right here that transitions to the tip. So I'm going to be focusing most of my product there. If you have your problem area in the back, you're going to want to focus there, or vice versa, anywhere that you have your little empty spots or little dips or anything. You want to get those out of there. Your nail looks like Frankenstein. You're going to cure that, cure this in your light, and then we're going to do this finger. I'm going to speed it up. I'm not going to walk you guys through the steps, but I'm going to speed it up, show you guys everything, and then I'm going to file the nails and come back to you guys. you guys the first baby boomers I ever done, and then now my end process of it. I did not top coat it because it is hideous and it is pretty bad, but I just want you guys to not be discouraged. You can definitely do whatever you set your mind to. I just sat down for like 3 hours and I was like, I'm getting this down before I leave that out of this room. So that's what I did, and it definitely paid off. So I would say practice definitely makes perfect, and please don't get discouraged if you run into anything that has to do with nails. Just keep practicing on it and you will 100% get better. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to thumbs it up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!